Hey everyone, Dan Dog Crypto. As we can see in the markets, what's been happening? When we take a close look, and early on I've been stating values transfer, the transformation of money entering into the space, it is here. The excitement of BlackRock entering the space. This whole narrative, certainly anyone that was early generated gains. So as you can see, Bitcoin has sold off at 26,000. But from where it started early in the journey, it had no value. So now the people entered in, and the ones that believed, which were the visionaries, created life-changing gains. So when you hear of a BlackRock entering ETFs, certainly the Bitcoin maxis or anyone that has entered early will certainly be excited because they were able to generate life-changing gains while they had an acceleration in this price, even while they have sold and also have held. But the whole purpose from the IMF, from the Bank of Intermittence, all central banks, there has been an attack on Bitcoin. So the purpose is to tame the beast. So now when we have the SEC attacking, as you see here, all these coins that have had massive acceleration in price, there's a transfer of wealth. If someone had seen and had purchased and had held, it has created life-changing wealth. That's why the crypto market is so volatile. The volatility to the upside and the volatility to the downside. The Doge, the excitement of an Elon Musk, X, the launching of a financial product. This excitement certainly has created a buzz. So now we have a narrative. So now you chase the old narrative. So now do you enter in and do you allocate money to work on tokens that have had these multiple gains? Because now who is actually controlling the ecosystem? That's why when you see certain coins accelerate and massively explode, what is really happening? There is either new money entering into that ecosystem supporting the acceleration in price, and anyone that is early certainly gains and creates profits. Do you take profits? Do you hold? So if you have profits and you have done very well, do you redeploy or do you sit on the sidelines? Wait, hold until the opportunity comes again. Yes, there is a Bitcoin halving, so there's going to be an acceleration somewhere. But we know that BlackRock is entering, so of course the buzz is Bitcoin. Ethereum comes into play where it creates smart contract. The smart contracts, now, when a token gets launched and you add liquidity, is it immutable? Is it locked? So now, who is the founder? Who controls the ecosystem? And then we hear decentralization, true DeFi, building out DeFi. So now this whole revolution started by the people. So now we have the noise that has occurred. And if anyone has followed hacks, certainly we've had a deceleration, which a sell-off. Well, the SEC proposes and claims that there is fraud that occurred. Regardless of what one individual, in this case Richard Hart, if they claim, of course that would have to be proven. But Hex is a true decentralized protocol, a complete and finished product. It will do what it says. Hex, the inflation, is given to the miners, and you lock up for a time horizon. Hex has true, real money locked up within the ecosystem, so it becomes a better Bitcoin. So the success of a protocol is not tied to any one individual, because it is the people that have created the community, the army that has created the success. But they want you to believe, this is the noise, that you attack an individual and that they try to create fear. Fear is the enemy of the people. The few control the many. Cryptocurrency gives you freedom, peer-to-peer interaction, bankless. There is an attack that is coming from the very people that create and devalue the currency. And everyone is excited when they enter the space. The ones that are excited are the ones that have entered before. So we must learn from that. Opportunities come and go, and we have to be open-minded. We had pulsechain. Again, the pulsechain, the protocol, what development occurs now is separate than the creators of the protocol. It is up and it is running, regardless of price. PulseZen is a decentralized protocol, a layer 1 solution. PulseChain. Now, PulseChain, regardless of price, so now fear has certainly created a cascade. But remember the sacrifice. How much money entered into the sacrifice? And when you see certain wallets that are selling, they're creating panic. Why? Because they don't want decentralization. They want centralization. They want to control the ecosystem. But Hex, PulseChain is complete. It is up. It is running. It cannot be controlled. The people, the choices of the people, freedom of speech, freedom of movement. Freedom has many meanings. So now we look around, and if anyone has seen me on Twitter, I've been posting certain currencies that are moving. Yes, I'm a supporter of Hex, PulseChain, PulseX, and there are others. PulseZen is a decentralized protocol. What PulseZen creates is an opportunity, but you cannot be closed-minded. When you look at it, you want to enter into a protocol before the buzz happens. So now it was an organic launch. The organic launch occurred on Ethereum. It has copied over to pulsechain. So pulsechain is a separate ecosystem that PulseZen is available on and can be interacted with minimal cost to buy, sell, hold, or transfer. The 2% pay it forward, which ends up being redistributed to the holders. More interaction, more compounding. So what will be the annual growth rate? That's how you determine the yield. But it's a deflationary ecosystem, which is very important. There is the burn that comes into play. You just do not see it immediately. It is over time. This burn, which eliminates, destroys 0.01% of the tokens and takes them out of circulation. That 2% minus the burn, plus we have a charity wallet, which is 0.2% from the total transaction transfer gets distributed. The remaining balance enters into your decentralized wallet. Your decentralized wallet now becomes an income generating, producing asset that sits there. Because you have free will, you are free to do what you wish. Hold, sell, it is your choice. But it compounds. You get a continuous compounding per each interaction that occurs. There may be some dullness where nothing is happening. But remember, the purpose is to hold. Cryptocurrency certainly is very volatile. There's going to be volatility to the upside and volatility to the downside. But the volatility to the upside, at most cases, they will take profits. The protocol is complete. It is finished. It does what it says. The code is immutable. You cannot stop it. The pay it forward function is designed to redistribute wealth fairly and equitably. But remember, the goal is always to generate yield when you want to preserve your buying power. PulseZen gives you such yield. Now, visibility, excitement. It is the Zenites that unite and come together. On Ethereum, we're seeing we have a bottom. So now you do not have in the ecosystem large whale wallets controlling the ecosystem. The holders that have made a purchase generate a yield when transaction transfers occur. Right now, the Ethereum has been silent. But remember, within the pool supply, there's 110 million PZen tokens. That is it. There is no activity. So the community is holding. Now, the economic mass that can occur within the ecosystem On Pulse Chain, it's all based on how much liquidity is put in. So now the purchases are moderate because of what liquidity. On Ethereum now, what happens is the organic launch occurred there. So now the holders, which is 2,500 holders, they are the Zenites, sitting, no activity. But the economic mass to move Pulse Zen is now out of the pool supply. So on Ethereum, the fees will come down. As the fees come down, more transaction transfers will occur. But if you believe in a protocol and are open-minded, how do you succeed? More eyes, more profit. But at any one point, more visibility can come. At this point, it has been calm. There hasn't been a lot of activity on the Ethereum side, Pulse Zen. But that is the opportunity. Anyone that sees this opportunity and accumulates 1,000,000 P Zen on the Ethereum chain, $500, which then generates a yield once the transaction transfers occur. So now the ecosystem is cooperatively owned by the community. At any time, can value enter into the protocol, paying it forward, which is real, which creates a wealth redistribution. Time is our most valuable asset. So now we're time in, and we do not see much activity. So there's despair, disappointment, but at any time, movement can occur. But you have to be open-minded because there is an evolution in the crypto market which is evolving. And if you see it, you see excitement enter into a protocol. I have tossed out, and we say memes, and you say Pepe point 2, you have Bitcoin point 2, you have new layer 2 solutions, the Bitrocks. They potentially become opportunities, but when you deploy money into the ecosystem, you have to be prepared to also lose, because the unknown is the unknown. But for those who see it and capture it, life-changing gains occur. There is a ticker Bitcoin that I've thrown out there. In cryptocurrency, the gains are massive. Harry Potter Sonic started at 0, nothing. It wasn't on the radar. And the community is building right in front of our eyes. That's why I say you cannot be closed-minded. And there are others. That's why you don't chase the old. The old are manipulated, controlled by legacy. And when you hear certain influencer personalities that promote those, not that they will not accelerate, but how many multiples will you get? Gains occur when you're open-minded. That's why I believe that Paul Zan on the Ethereum chain or on the Pulse chain. But on Ethereum, do not underestimate the possibility. When you start a revolution, you see it through. More eyes, more profit. What does that mean to you? The market right now has been a little bit exciting and chaotic at the same time. The excitement through the new, the evolving that is occurring. But remember, a community builds and creates a network effect. Now, this community is a subset of another community. But remember, it doesn't take much economic mass to move Pulse Zen. So now, how do we get more eyes? So we interact. We take it to the world. Now, as we take it to the world, you start to create visibility. How do you create visibility? At any point, if anyone has ever been an entrepreneur, understands that. And right now, the calm is giving common, ordinary individuals an opportunity to accumulate and take a position. Pulse Zen is a DCA accumulate protocol at this time. Fear creates doubt. Doubt closes your mind, and the dreams and aspirations that you had get dimmed. You must stay open-minded and not be fearful. Pulse Zen is early. The organic launch, the launch redistribution. The protocol is complete. So now volume has been moderate on the Ethereum side. But at any time, there can be an acceleration. Remember, you buy on red, you generate a yield when green occurs. So now, in theory, buy on red, sell on green. Excitement comes when people say green. So how do we get green candles to occur? Visibility. And that will all come. At any point, there will be a transfer of wealth where you'll want to enter in. So yes, the subset is through, because Conrad Zen, certainly his integrity and accomplishments are a given, has created and is an advocate for Pulse Zen. But sometimes people are closed-minded. But those people that are closed-minded will miss out on life-changing gains. Pulse Zen on the Ethereum chain is still the opportunity. Share the opportunity. But you don't have to. Relax and enjoy the ride. The calm before the storm. Time is your most valuable asset. Time in the market. Show me your friends, and I'll tell you where you're headed. You hang with successful people, you will be successful as well. True saying, you do not start something to fail. Pulse Zen is this opportunity, and it will generate wealth. You share it with close friends and family. Ones that are closed-minded, let it be. You cannot influence anyone that does not believe. They will miss out. But you cannot take everyone to the promised land. I'll talk to you soon. Wish you the best.